Everybody's been asking me to do a tour of my 56-inch U.S. General box from Harbor Freight, so I thought I'd give it to you. Up top here are my chargers. It's two Milwaukee M12s and a Bauer, and some shop towels and other random stuff. Start out with my top drawer, which is my socket drawer. Some Kobalt, Craftsman, Harbor Freight, Snap-on, Steelman, a lot of different things. Starting out over here, this side, standard, the middle's mixed, the right is metric. These are Pittsburgh Pro half-drive deep 6-point impacts, spark plug sockets. These are shallow 6 points standard. These are deep 12-point standards, 3/8 drive. These are all 3/8 drive too. 3/8 drive 12-point shallow standard. These are quarter drive 6-point standard, quarter drive 12-point standard shallow, and then quarter drive 6-point shallow. These are half drive shallow 6-point standards, Pittsburgh Pro. Standard Allens, metric Allens here, then into some screwdriver bits for an impact driver. These are 3/8 standard shallow impacts. Coming back here, this is a regular torque set from T6 to T60, and these are security torques T6 to T60. And here are metric shallow 6-point half-drive impacts, and these are metric shallow 6.3/8 drive impacts. Here we have deep 6-point quarter drive metric, shallow 6-point quarter drive metric. These are deep 12-point 3/8 drive metric, shallow 12-point 3/8 drive metric, shallow 3/8 drive 6-point metric, and then these are E-torques from, what is the smallest one? This is E6 all the way up to E22. These are half drive deep 6-point impacts, Pittsburgh Pro. Lining the back here and all the way around, these are shallow half drive metrics from 9 to 32 millimeter, no skip. This is a Snap-on master set of shallow, semis, and deeps metrics. It also comes with the F80 and the FL80 ratchets, the U-joint, and 3 extensions. Here we have deep 6-point 3/8 drive standards. These here are both universals. This is metric 3/8 drive and standard 3/8 drive. And then this is OEM tools. These are like extractor type things for rounded off bolts. Here is the Steelman Pro half-size flip sockets. If you have these crappy Mopar lug nut studs, whatever, that have the cap on them that swells, these half sizes are fantastic. These are two Durachrome 3/4 drive, inch and, let's see, 5/16, and then this one is an inch and 3/8. And then aligning the bottom down here, these are 12-point half drive shallows from 3/8 to an inch and a quarter. Here is a Pittsburgh Pro, I believe it's 24-inch breaker bar, and then one of the long 24-inch 3/8 Harbor Freight extensions. So that is my socket drawer. Moving over to my pliers drawer. I got some Kobalt needle nose. It's a set. These are Kobalt mini pliers. These are 3 of the Vampire Tools pliers, the small ones, the linemen's, and the needle nose. These are all Kobalt. These are Dykes, needle nose, regular slip joint, lineman, bigger slip joint, even bigger slip joint. These are the Doyle high leverage diagonal cutters from Harbor Freight. These are these are a set that come from Walmart. I think they're Hyper Tough, of extra long needle nose, 1 at a 45 and 1 straight. These are fuel line crimpers. This is a automatic wire stripper, and then over in the corner is a channel lock set of snap ring pliers that is reversible, and as you can see with the different tips back there. Next is my wrench drawer. Got quite a few wrenches. Starting over here, these are standard Craftsman, all made in the USA, from 1/4 to 1 inch. Then here are metric Craftsman. I didn't have room for one of them. One of them is over here. This is 7mm to 22mm, no skips. Then here are ignition wrenches on either side. This is standard, this is metric, and then standard and metric Allens. Up here, this is a wrench that my grandfather modified for working on carburetors on Evinrude outboards. This is a Craftsman 13 and 15mm double open end. And over here are my ratcheting wrenches. These are Craftsman from 6 to 18mm. And then from, let's see, 1/4 to 3/4 on the standard side. And then the stubbies are Craftsman. These are the Craftsman, these are the new Stanley Black & Decker Craftsman stubby ratcheting wrenches from 10 to 18, and is this one 3/8 to 7/8? Here we have the old knuckle busters. These are Craftsman, a small, a medium, and a large. And then these are Tecton crow's feet here. On the top is standard and the bottom is metric. The standard goes 3/8 to 1 inch, and the metric goes from 8 to 24mm. That is my wrench drawer. Getting into a big money drawer here. These are my ratchets and extensions. So this is an 18-inch Steelman 3/8 flex head. Here is a Kobalt stubby 3/8 flex head, a regular 3/8 stubby, and then a standard 3/8. Both of those are Kobalt. Here's an old Craftsman made in the USA 3/8. Then a old snap-on quarter drive. It's a Pittsburg Pro Roto head. This is a snap-on F72. Is it F? I don't remember. Let's look. Excuse me, it is a T72 snap-on. It's a standard quarter drive. Here is a flex head quarter drive. 3/8 extensions, 1/4 inch extensions. This is a Kobalt standard quarter drive. This is a Mac Tools impact driver. This is a snap-on, is it S80A, I believe? Yes, an S80A half drive ratchet. Kobalt Pro 90 half drive ratchet, and then one of the new Craftsman 120 tooth half drive. There's some universal joints, some adapters. These are 1/2 inch extensions here, and more 3/8 extensions down here. Moving on to my screwdriver drawer. Starting on the left over here is an 8-piece set of gear wrench. Then some flat blades on this side, some Craftsman, some off-brand stuff that's good for beating on if you need to. In the middle there's a Kobalt bit holder, a Kobalt ratcheting screwdriver, and a Kobalt nut driver. And some more random Phillips over here. And then here's an 8-piece snap-on set. There's some bits, Craftsman bit set. This Irwin bit set is really good. If you watch Coon Trucking's video, he does a comparison between this set and the set off the Matco truck, and they turn out to be the exact same thing made by the exact same people, one just $100 more than the other. I got this off of Amazon for $47.99. These are Craftsman torch drivers. These are Performance Tool long picks, Pittsburgh short picks, and then the snap-on mini picks. The only one thing I didn't detail was this really long Black & Decker bit holder extension. I think it's 12-inch, I believe, for when you really need to reach in somewhere. So that is my screwdriver and pick drawer. Next drawer is my hammer drawer. This is a cross peen, a small ball peen here, a larger ball peen, lady's foot. What is this? This is a Hyper Tough. I believe it's 24-ounce dead blow. Claw hammer. You might laugh at a claw hammer being in a mechanic's toolbox. I work on a lot of small engines, a lot of lawnmowers. It's great for when somebody brings a bent lawnmower deck in for straightening it out. This is just a rubber face mallet, a really small ball peen, and a giant chisel, and some Loctite never see, super glue, pipe thread compound, just a lot of different things there. Next drawer is kind of randomness. It's got a lot of random things in it. These are my torque wrenches back here. This is a half-drive Craftsman micro click, a 3/8 drive Craftsman micro click, then a quarter drive Harbor Freight, some trim tools, flywheel holder, performance tool seal puller. These hyper tough pry bars, go to Walmart and get them. They are made in the USA, as you can see. They have a lifetime warranty on them. They come as a set of 4. These are nut drivers for adjusting carburetors on weed eaters and chainsaws, leaf blowers, things like that. Roll pin punches, the cold steel punches from Harbor Freight. Starter punches, some Stanley punches, gasket scrapers, harmonic balancer puller, nut buster, some easy outs, and some speed outs. Dad got me those for Christmas. I hadn't had a chance to try those yet. So that is a randomness drawer there. Then we go into like the electrical testing drawer here, then RPM gauge, tape measures, battery terminal cleaner, test light, oil filter wrench, some lawnmower blade sharpening tools, a Ames infrared thermometer from Harbor Freight, tire gauge, some lights, razor knives on the side over there, some more razor blades right there, plug gapper, feeler gauges, and my what is that thing called? It's not a test light. Oh, my multimeter, excuse me. It's a Craftsman multimeter. So that is another drawer of randomness. Down there, I didn't point it out, is a set of digital calipers from Harbor Freight. On to the next drawer of randomness. We got a battery tester, 3 giant wrenches, some extra sockets, speeder handle, large files, mini files, some brushes, some air stuff, blowguns, tire inflator, big C-clamp down there for doing brakes, deck leveling gauge, some extra gloves, zip ties, super glue. Let's see, some mechanical fingers down there, a magnet light, extra ratchet, just a bunch of random things thrown in there. My next drawer is my fluids drawer. You can see oil, penetrating oil, grease, brake grease, marine grease, carb spray, brake clean, fix-a-flat. There's some extra electrical tape, liquid electrical tape down there, gasket sealer, gear oil, battery terminal cleaner, just a bunch of random fluids that you never know you might need. And then my bottom drawer has a bunch of stuff in it as well. Starting out on the left over there, that's a Harbor Freight heat gun. There's a Campbell Hossfield 1/2-inch impact gun. It's a Bauer 4.5-inch grinder, the Bauer impact driver, the Drill Master cheap $4.99 grinder from Harbor Freight. There's an air die grinder, an air hammer, and my new babies that I got for Christmas, my 3/8 drive Milwaukee M12. It's the non-fuel version. It's the electric ratchet. Very nice. Very nice tools here. Already had a chance to use it a few times. And also for Christmas, I got the Milwaukee M12 1/4-inch screw gun. It's not an impact gun, just for running in screws. I've already used it a bunch for putting things together for my daughter for Christmas. And then over here, let's see, there is a rivet gun. That is a Maddox seal and race driver. Extra socket set. There's a soldering gun down there. There's a bunch of those assortments from Harbor Freight. There's rivets, butt connectors, heat shrink tubing, cotter pins. That's a propane torch, Wheeler Engineering, bit set. Just a bunch of randomness in there. There's some grinding discs. There's a bunch of different things in there. So that is my Harbor Freight 56-inch toolbox. If you have any questions, please let me know. And a shout out to Nick J. Morello at Jersey Discount Tool for hooking it up. And thank you all for watching.